Welcome back to Staying Up. Today we talk Clippy, old podcast recordings, Wicked, Keiko's grave, an IVF update, and some kooky pee-pee stories.
Did you read off of a script?
No, I just was looking at our little notes.
Oh, that felt...
Ow.
Felt very planned.
Ow, let's get to it.
Hello and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
And I'm Taryn. And every night we get to have a sleepover. And every week we invite you to join us.
Thanks for staying up.
1, 2, 3, Thursday.
We are working on our new setup because finally, after a short 6 months of having no basement, our basement renovation is finally done.
It's close.
I mean, the renovation is done.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much. There's like 2 little things that need done.
Yeah.
We just don't have any of our belongings.
Yeah, they're being held hostage. And then now it's the holidays and everyone's trying to get their shit back. So it's just taking too long.
Which is like not a big deal. I know you really want your desk back.
I just want my desk. I want my walking pad. I want my Peloton. I guess I just want all my stuff.
Well, yeah. I was going to say none of it really matters. Like you haven't had a desk in so long that what's another month? All of that's fine.
I mean, I really don't function well.
I know,
without a
but it's
place.
like, it's not the end of the world. But what we don't have is our Christmas decorations. And that is the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. With no Christmas decorations, we're in a bad way, folks.
Well, Taryn has decided to wear Christmas decorations because your sweater is the cutest freaking thing I've ever seen in the world.
If you're watching, you'll see that I'm wearing a perfect sweater.
A perfect sweater. It is quite perfect.
Asked the PPs about this sweater on our group chat on Discord. Yeah. And someone gave me honest and painful critique.
But like, how close do you feel to the PPs that they're comfy enough to say like, outfit's not nailing it? It's not.
I actually appreciated it so deeply. And so I decided to wear it today because I didn't wear it that night. Mm-hmm. And I like it.
I feel like it's so festive and cute. And it's giving me inspiration that if we don't get our Christmas decorations back and we get our tree this week, we can just do like a string of little popcorn. Like they're doing.
The dogs will eat it.
No, I don't think they would. I think it would be good.
I do kind of want, babe. I know you're not going to say yes to this.
Oh, no, what?
We always have like the Christmas tree with the white bulbs and the black, not bulbs, ornaments. White ornaments, black ornaments. Since
we don't have white and black ornaments.
That's the only color ornaments we have.
No, they're like gold and red, I think. We had black and white a while ago. Oop, hit the mic.
I don't know. But I'm kind of curious if we try, since we're going to have to get cheap ornaments for this Christmas since everything's in storage, I'm kind of curious about us going for like a classic colorful tree.
Yeah.
Colorful
how?
Like green bulb, like green ornaments, red ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
Blue ornaments.
Oh, what about
yellow ornaments?
Oh, you're just naming all the colors on your tree.
Yeah.
We also don't need to get cheap ones. We have cheap ones. Now is the time we could invest in like prettier, nicer ones.
I just find we don't have any money.
Yeah.
And I'm
finding that too.
I'm also finding that our house is not very colorful. And that's by design. We both don't like a lot of color.
Yes.
But Christmas...
It has color. They're just muted tones. Like these chairs literally have blue stripes on them.
Yeah.
So that's
speaking
color.
Of setup...
There's purple in our rug.
Are we enjoying this little setup that you see here so far?
Are you asking me or the peepees?
I was asking the peepees, but then...
They can't answer.
Well, I was just curious. Yeah, they can. They could type.
Yeah. I just mean IRL.
Well, like, tell us if you like it or
time. I don't know yet. I kind of feel like I like the idea of switching it to have like more interesting background, but I don't know.
And what could we put back here that would be
look
cute?
Nice, but not distracting.
Like I kind of wanted like a little bookshelf, maybe some books or like, just
There's just no room.
That's a really good point how you said there's no room.
Mm-hmm. Like we're against the wall.
It's a really good point how you said we're against the wall.
Yeah, I know.
What's up, dude? You okay?
Yeah, I zone out whenever I edit. I was just filming and editing. Yeah, but the PPs might not. I was just filming and editing for hours, and I just feel like so brain dead when I come out of that.
Yeah.
And I know you're starting to understand with your work now and editing stuff. You're like, whoa, this is a weird feeling to just hyper focus on what?
Something. I'm just realizing we never told the peepees that I hired a peepee. Jesus Christ.
Wait, yeah, we have 2 things to talk about. One, last week was Clippy's birthday.
Last week was Clippy's birthday.
And we didn't get to give a shout out because for once in our lives, we were actually early to recording the podcast and not sending it to Clippy last minute. So we were like messaging with her and then realized we'd already recorded. So we didn't get to give a shout out. So everyone say happy birthday, Clippy.
Yeah.
Or happy belated Clippy.
Happy belated Clippy. One thing that I would like to say to Clippy here on this public forum.
Oh, wow.
Is that looking at yourself and making clips that you are in is a really exhausting experience on many levels.
It's brutal.
It's brutal. It's really terrible. Like, think about how everyone hates the sound of their own voice.
Oh.
But then imagine looking at the sound and face of your own voice for an hour
every
week.
Things you're saying, the way you're moving, all of it. It's so brutal.
And Clippy came around and turned our marketing materials and community materials around and enjoys it.
We had just stopped making social clips because it was just a lot after we had recorded for 2 hours
100%.
doing the pod.
And Clippy, you do it with such joy, and I love chatting with you, and I love your sense of humor. I think you're hilarious. The memes are always so funny. You're so creative.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad we found you. And
Cheers
happy
to Clippy.
belated. Cheers to Clippy.
Happy birthday, Clippy.
You have to clip clap for Clippy.
Clip clap for Clippy.
A little clip clap for Clippy.
Okay, and then
Then
you hired a
I
peepee.
hired a freaking peepee. Peepee's name is Max. Clippy's name is Una, by the way. But Clippy's cute.
I just like all the nicknames.
And
that we
Clippy
have.
has become a character. Max is... I
Max
don't have
needs a nickname.
Yeah, I don't have a nickname for her yet.
Coworker peepee. Corporate peepee.
Corpy.
Corpy. Clippy and Corpy.
Clippy and Corpy's crazy. Corpy's giving corpse.
Oh.
Should we go out to dinner tonight?
Baby.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, really?
But then that's 3 nights in a row I'm going out to dinner.
You didn't go out to dinner last night.
But I'm going out tomorrow and Thursday.
You're going out Thursday?
No, my dinner with Steph got moved.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But sure. When is that?
But I could go
ever
with
stopped
you
me?
on Thursday.
Yeah. But it's about still me going out to
It's different.
What? We.
Whatever. Max. Corpy.
Corpy. I'm sticking with Corpy.
Corpy reached out to do Clippies for us, and Corpy's background was so heavy in sports content, which is obviously what I'm doing for work. Obviously,
We
what I'm doing
loved
for work.
Corpy's it's not the resume, like what they sent.
Portfolio.
Their portfolio. Thank you. Oh my God, I don't understand Corpy world. We loved Corpy's portfolio for our podcast.
Yeah.
It was just, we couldn't see the podcasts for, like, they had great work, but it just wasn't in line with what we were doing. And I'm sure Corpy would have been great here. But then Clippy was making like Clippy stuff.
And I bookmarked Corpy for when we could hire an editor at my work.
I think you even said to Corpy, like, hey,
I did.
You're amazing. Not sure this is right for the podcast, but you're so good. I'm going to keep you in my back pocket.
And now Corpy is saving me from more editing that I find really exhausting by doing it and making the coolest sports content. And dude, just like, and the athletes love it. And I'm just like, dude, PP's for the fucking win. We can save the day.
Yeah. I just
We're
love
always out here.
this little community so much. Like, we had a meeting with our network and like talking about growth and what's next. And Taryn and I have talked about growth, and I have said that I don't necessarily care. Obviously, I want to make great content and I want people to love it and I want them to tell their friends. And I like, growth is important to show somewhat of like, this is successful. But I also am so down with the number of PPs we have being, because we're so tight knit. Like, I feel like I genuinely know people.
Yeah.
And then they pop up in other areas of our lives.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. Like, I don't know, it's so special what we have with our little peepees. It makes me happy.
Niche is like the deal. That's that is what gives content creators longevity, is like finding a niche that works. For me, my marketing brain is like, not growing, we suck. Like that is just how I operate in a very bad way.
Have learned from watching Buy More that is just so fucked up. Like
it's absolutely fucked.
Like Apple is trying to surpass their crazy numbers every year, so they have to have a new phone even if they don't have anything worth releasing. And then we're buying more, we're doing more. It's so much nicer to just be like, this little group of people is awesome, and we do cool things and we care about each other and it's fun.
So we appreciate y'all. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Merry Christmas almost.
Happy Hanukkah. And I had another announcement, which is that as we're talking so much about community, we want to be posting more stuff on Patreon. So I didn't even tell you this, but now you can sell episodes or extra content to people that don't want to be a full-time like a full-time top.
You could do like one-offs.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Maybe it was with that other thing we were considering doing.
Yeah.
That we thought was cool, so people don't have to subscribe if they don't want to.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking when we do top-only episodes, we should add a chance for people to buy them.
Yeah. A lot of things are not a lot of things are changing, but we are going to try to be doing more and improving things.
Everything's changing.
Everything's going away. We're like, everything's great, but everything's changing.
Yeah.
But no, we just want to make some improvements in the new year. So now's your time. Like if you have suggestions, if you have ideas, let us know. Going on Discord is always an easy way. Discord is free. There's a room on Discord that we hang out in more and chat more that is on Patreon that you have to go through the paywall for. But let us know. Let us know your thoughts. We want to start integrating the PP story to be people leaving voicemail so we can play it. So you're kind of on the podcast with us. So that might be coming. I'm going to look into how we can get a hotline.
Yep.
We're trying to figure out better content for you guys on Patreon. We haven't really hit our groove on what we do there. There's a chance that Spotify's being kind of weird with video. I'm just going to be very blunt with it. They're kind of making it difficult.
God, what if they take us down for just saying
whatever?
This?
They're trying to make it difficult. I mean, they are making it difficult. So there's a chance that video will be going away again on Spotify, which then let us know what's easiest for you guys. Uploading the episodes to Patreon, and then it'd be ad free too, which is nice. You don't have to listen to the ads in between. You can watch the video. They're on YouTube. They will always be on YouTube. But yeah, if you guys have any thoughts, wants, needs, Christmas presents, tell us.
Love.
Yeah.
Joy. What does Christmas mean to you, honey?
Jesus.
We're just talking love, joy.
What does Christmas mean to me?
As a non-religious person, what does Christmas do for you?
It's literally just a reminder of the people who got you through the year, the people who made the year, it's really just an amplified Thanksgiving in my head. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and Easter were always two of my favorite holidays because it's just family comes around. You have signature dishes you eat, which is fun. I think as I got older, the whole gift side of Christmas it's fun. I've been really having fun searching for gifts for people.
You really wake the fuck up when Christmas comes around and gift giving happens. You're like,
I'm good. I feel pretty good at it when it comes to you. Once I get rolling and I start looking for gifts, I'm so stumped on everyone else. I'm I don't know what to get any of our parents. I did already do my Secret Santa with all the siblings, and that feels good.
You already bought it?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I gotta get mine.
Yeah. I enjoy giving gifts. I just don't like when there's an expectation or I don't know. It just kind of complicates things. I would be totally happy to just have a big family party and that's it. And stockings or something cute. And then when we have kids, I'm going to go freaking crazy.
I'm going to ball out.
Yeah. Cool. What's Christmas mean to you?
Just
something about Jesus?
No, just cozy.
Christmas means cozy.
Christmas means cozy. Christmas is it's an idea in my head of people on a couch in comfies with a fire and watching a sweet kind of cheesy movie.
Yeah.
It's basically
everything's kind of calm at the end of the year.
100%.
Not a lot of people are working.
Yes.
And if you are, it's everyone's kind of checked out.
Yeah. it feels like what life should be like all the time, like the right energy. Although it is very like indulgent.
Yeah. Do you feel like, as somebody who loves Christmas movies and rom-coms, did you ever feel jealous that you didn't live in a place that has a snowy Christmas?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
But then what I care about more is being around my family.
Yeah, like your whole family would have to be at said snowy place to make the snow worth it.
100%. I'm like,
we can just go to the Americana.
And that's why I love the Americana, is because it is that. I'm like, I get to be like, oh my gosh, it's so cute and snowy, and like,
you just want that moment.
The local lumberjack girl is gonna come knock on my door.
Ooh,
like,
hot.
Yeah.
What's she talking about?
I don't know, chopping shit down, building me a home.
Whoa, competition. Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, like family's like number one in holiday time.
But I do wish that I would have had that experience. But I don't wish I grew up somewhere where it was snowy. So
yeah, so fair.
That's that.
And that's that.
And that's fucking that.
Should we give a little IVF update?
Sure.
Okay, so as y'all know, we have 2 embryos that are healthy little babies from Taryn's egg retrieval. And now we have talked about what are our next steps.
Wait, did we even tell? We didn't tell them. No, we didn't.
Well, now you know. No, we did.
No, because we recorded it. This happened at Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
I just posted on Instagram.
Oh my God. Y'all.
Okay, you burying the lead.
Sorry, I thought we told them.
I'm totally joking.
We finally got our PGT testing back, which took ages.
Yes.
And Taryn, our little milk mama, made 2 babies.
I made 2 babies. Well, I made 2 embryos.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to get that news, like, surrounded by family. It would have been really hard to get not good news surrounded by family.
Yeah, we were like kind of anxious if we want to rip the Band-Aid off and know, but also if it's bad news, I'd rather just wait so we're not having to talk about it.
My mom is very similar to me. She can't let anything go. She thinks she's like so hyper fixated on things, and so getting her in that mindset.
You 2 together was
I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have told her.
The whole time she was like, oh, Tara, just call them. And I was like, we don't need to keep calling them. You guys were identical in that moment. I was cracking up. I was like, I have 2 little Tarans right here.
I know. Well, I guess little Dina's.
Yeah, but, true. But it paid off because we did call and they said, hello, we see your results. The doctor's going to be calling you soon. But she couldn't tell us anything. But she sounded excited, so I felt like she could see that we got something. Because she was like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're going to get this news before Thanksgiving now. And then a couple hours later, he called us. He called us and he told us we got 1 boy and 1 girl, which is sick that we got a boy in there because awesome that we have both, but the current plan is that your embryos are going to make a boy, so. Yes, current plan, embryos are boy. And what's crazy, you guys, is we called back to get a little bit more information on like the next phase. Yeah. My boy embryo was the highest rated embryo that I have. It was like the healthiest one. They come in like AA, AB, BB, and your BB, little BB, and your it was your second embryo. Mm-hmm. It's expanded blast AA. Male. Yeah. And then little girl's AB. And then all of Cam's are BB. Little girl's BB. Oh, I thought expanded blast that was not viable was AB. Okay. And then the expanded blast that is viable is BB. Mm-hmm. Little BB. And then yours are all like good readings. I don't remember. Oh wait, yeah, mine. I have an AA, I have a BB, and I have 2 ABs. Yeah. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So we called to get more information. Cam, why don't you tell them what we learned? Yeah, I actually want y'all's advice, especially anyone who has gone through this process. Basically, I just thought the frozen transfer was next. I knew that I had recently learned that there's like 3 weeks of shots, then the transfer. Mm-hmm. But when we called them, we learned that there is a test called an ERA, and basically it's you do a mock cycle. So you do your full thing just like you would be doing a transfer, 3 weeks of shots. Mm-hmm. Then you have a biopsy done on your uterus. Is it your uterus that they do it on? Something gets endometrial biopsy. Cycle is what it's called. Basically, this test is done to see what your specific body needs on timing, because it's all very specific, and how much medication. Some people learn that they need an extra day of progesterone. Some people need less. Some people need to time it 12 hours sooner to do their transfer. So you learn stuff like that. You also learn if you need, what's it called?
Probiotics? Vaginal
probiotics.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of different stuff. But we've done a little bit of research. I need to do a lot more of whether it's worth it to do. If the testing, it seems like most people do it if they have had several transfers not work. Mm-hmm. But basically it sets us back a month, and I have to do a whole month of hormone shots, kind of for nothing. Not for nothing. It's for the test, but it's like a fake round where I would do it all. Then they get to see how my body would react. But then you're hopefully not wasting an embryo if there were those little changes that you should make.
Right.
So
that's the thing. It's like we only have one boy embryo for me, mm-hmm. and we wanted to get pregnant with my embryo first. And so
it's like we only have 2 embryos of yours to use. Then we only have one that's a boy, mm-hmm. which in this, I don't really care. I'm very willing to be flexible. I'm like, whatever, I just want a baby. But we do know we want to use your embryo first. So less of it being about that there's one boy, to me, there's only 2. Mm-hmm. That's only 2 chances. And I don't want to be the reason that you have to do another egg retrieval.
It's not about you. It's not you.
If I decide to not do the testing and it doesn't work, and we find out that it was just because we didn't do the testing, if we would have known this stuff,
but then
I think I'd be pretty mad at myself.
But I wouldn't let you be mad at yourself. Like it's not on you.
Yeah.
It's a decision we make together.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just tough.
That's why I think we just need to talk to our doctor again and be like, how much added success do you get from doing this?
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't seemingly have fertility issues.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's 10 to 15 more %, that's kind of interesting. If it's like 5 or lower, it's like, if it's 25, it's like we're doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of all dependent on.
The nurse said it seemed to just be another 5%. But
she said 5 to 10.
It's really hard to tell because it's kind of newer. The studies that have been done are only on people who have had failed cycles. Mm-hmm. So it's just really hard to tell if this is actually going to be doing anything or not.
Yeah.
It's just a little confusing.
So we'll see. It's annoying to have another big decision to make. Like, that's our main thing is we just didn't know. We kind of thought we were done and we could just like go try.
Yeah.
And I do have this like, oh fuck, I only had like one boy embryo feeling, which like I wish I would have had 2 so that we had like, mm-hmm. in case the first one doesn't go, it's not like this devastating thing.
Yeah, I just don't want it to turn into another decision of like, okay, well now do we prioritize that having a boy first and we use my embryos, or do we switch and have a girl first and use your embryos, or do we do another egg retrieval? It's like, I don't want those decisions.
Yeah.
That's why I almost, not regret, but that's kind of why I'm like, oh, I wish we didn't overthink the plan of like, because we did have these options. It was like, okay, well, we can both make embryos. So mm-hmm. we both want a kid from our DNA. Great. We want to have yours first so that we are both like equally involved in creating this first kid, which I know when the kid's here, I'm not going to care if it's literally neither of our DNA. Like it's our kid. Mm-hmm. But there are things we can control, and this is very expensive. So it's like, why not control it?
Yeah.
So we made that decision. Then it was like, then we decided to have a boy first. And then making those decisions now makes it limited.
Yeah.
Moving forward. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, if I were to have to choose right now, gun to my head, I don't know who had a gun to my head making IVF choices, but if there was that,
what?
And if my boy embryo didn't work, I would say let's just move ahead with your girl embryos, and I'll go do another egg retrieval. Is what I would.
Wait, what do you mean? Like our first kid just be one of my embryos?
Yeah.
Why not move forward with your girl embryo?
Because
why not do an egg retrieval before moving forward with mine?
Because that sets us back a long time. Like are getting, I mean, we're not like old, but like.
Yeah.
It's
want
not
two
like you
kids,
get a baby
so-
tomorrow. It's 9 months, and then you have to feel better, and then we have to do it all again.
Well,
It's
and I'd like to have our kid be a little older before we have our second one too. So it's like, yeah. Oh, it's so crazy.
So then I think we would, if I had to decide, it would be that.
Okay, good to know.
Which is not the worst thing in the world. What I don't want to do is be in charge of making a girl, and then it's like so much less cute than your girl.
Baby.
It's true.
Honey, that's crazy.
No, but it's true.
Honey, your
I want to be a part of making a little boy because there's more room. That's not the whole reason.
Baby,
and that's not even
kooky.
most of the reason.
It makes me really sad. That makes me want you to have a little girl for me
No,
so
we
you
can't
can
have like
repair
this like
that.
shiny perfect girl and then like a little goblin in the corner.
Why would it be a goblin, honey? That makes me really sad.
Honey.
I want a little. Have you seen Baby You?
Yeah, have you seen adult me?
Yeah, every day. She's perfect. What are you talking about?
Okay. Honey, I'm playing around.
Okay, well now
But it is
I'm
like
gonna
5%.
tell the doctor. Put the girl in.
It is like 5%
Oops.
of my thing.
Oh, that makes me really sad.
Where I'm like a cutie.
What are you gonna do if I make an ugly kid?
You're not gonna make an ugly kid, and neither am I.
Well, then what?
Every kid we make is gonna be perfect.
Yeah, because they're our kid.
I know.
Yeah.
But I just think you would make a cuter girl and I would make a cuter boy. That doesn't sound that crazy to me. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I wouldn't agree. I also think like I've seen a lot of like parent combos and I'm like, oh wow, interesting that you got that kid. Mm-hmm. Not just like how attractive they are, but just like I would not guess that that's what your mixed child would look like from your DNA to your DNA. Put it in a little dish. Well, I'm talking about straight couples, so I guess it's not in a petri dish, but mix it up in there and then it comes out and I'm like, oh, or I've seen siblings look so different.
Well, I'm thinking like, I have my little baby upper lip.
You keep talking about
Our sperm donor
that.
has our little baby upper lip. His is more normal than mine.
Both of your lips are perfectly normal.
Babe.
And by the time our kids are grown, like a big lips are going to be. But it is a big kooky statement to be like, I don't want to make a girl because she's not going to be cute is kooky.
Bro, that was taken too seriously. I was literally a throwaway silly hoo-hoo comment.
I don't think it's a throwaway comment.
And I feel it maybe 5%.
I think 5% is high enough that we should do something about it.
What can we do?
Work on that perspective that you have of
I'll work
yourself.
on that. That's a me thing. I'll work on that.
I think you're beautiful, and I think you make a beautiful little baby girl.
Thank you.
And I've seen you as a baby girl, and you're fucking adorable.
Yeah, I was a perfect baby. Big whoop.
Big whoop.
I forgot to tell you this, or I don't know if you saw this, but
What?
a peepee in the group chat, Discord, shared that they took their kids to Keiko's grave like 10 years ago.
Oh.
They said, here's a picture. They sent the picture of them going by Keiko's grave, and there's all these little rocks, and they added rocks and I think like some flowers to it.
We have to go.
Keiko, of course, is my one true love, whale from The Good Whale. So many of y'all ended up listening to that podcast and begged for a trigger warning, and I'm very sorry I did not give one.
Yeah, somebody said they had to like pull over in their car listening to the podcast. It is brutal.
And now you see why I was so freaking obsessed with this whale.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that have made me mad at people in the world.
Oh my God.
And that is one of them. Yeah.
Like recent?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Just like how people treat each other. Like that. Why would you ever think you should take a 2-year-old whale away from his mom, put it in this time? Like,
terrible.
It infuriates me.
The worst.
Wicked got me all riled up about animals again, too.
Wicked was on my next on my list.
Oh, Wicked. Oh, guys. I fear I have lied my entire life. And I didn't know it. I've always said I don't like musicals.
Turns out she freaking loves them.
Wicked was life-changing. It's also the most incredible story ever.
Yeah.
That I'm now reading the book, and I cannot believe I have to wait for part 2 next year.
Yeah.
And why was no one talking about this? Why did no one tell me to watch Wicked?
Baby, everybody's been talking about
Well,
Wicked.
they should have been louder.
It was one of those things.
How have I never gone to Wicked?
That I didn't know all the songs were from Wicked. Like, there's all these songs that I'm like, I've heard the song a million times. I had no idea it was Wicked.
Yeah, they're so famous.
I never said that from Hamilton, I'll tell you what. I never heard a song and went, I know the song from Hamilton. That's not a musical.
No, I'm saying you
for me.
knew. You knew it was Hamilton. I feel like Hamilton's like clear.
But not in a good way.
I've never seen Hamilton.
Neither have I.
Even though we don't know that that's not for you.
I know
I think we could be wrong. Yeah.
I know it is.
I have shared that I don't like when people sing when they could just speak. And I feel like Hamilton will give me that, like, we're having an intense convo. Why are we singing it at each other? Where to me, and everyone's like, no, that's Wicked. Like, they're doing the same thing.
They are doing that.
But it was different. And I feel like there's so many
the
nuances.
way you're glowing.
Yeah, I loved Wicked. I'm like, all I want to talk about is Wicked. I feel like I like an Easter egg in a song.
Yeah.
I like dissecting lyrics. So for it to not be so obvious and then for there to be little clues to the storyline in the song, like foreshadowing, it's genius. I'm just saying people should be talking about Wicked a little more.
I bawled my fucking eyes out like a baby during their little dance scene. Oh.
Okay. I'll cry.
No, it was like this. Or I don't
Did you
remember.
know that Ariana didn't want to learn the choreo? I'm starting to cry. The choreo before that, so it would feel really authentic.
Aww.
So if Cynthia did her choreo, she knew it. And then whenever she like steps in to dance with her, she just literally was mimicking her. She didn't know it.
Aww.
So it felt so authentic. I was like,
Oh,
they're such stars. I'm like, you're amazing.
you're gonna start crying.
I keep thinking about that scene. Oh, that scene wrecked.
It was perfect.
Wrecked.
Question for you. If you had to date someone on that cast and it can't be, not cast, sorry, like someone in the Wicked universe.
Yeah?
But it can't be
Who?
Aquafaba.
Elphaba.
Yeah.
What was the other name you used this morning? It was so funny. Okay, so it can't be Cynthia.
Can't be her.
Why?
Can't be.
Obvious.
Because she's the obvious choice.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And why is it
So you know
Bach?
what? I was talking to our friend Joanna last night. She did like a TikTok filter that turns you into the characters, and then I was texting her pictures of us doing it, and she was like saying the teacher with the gray hair who's like bad. I forget her name.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
From Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Sorry, what?
Isn't that her?
Is it?
Well, you're going to have to Google that.
I'm horrible with actors. I never recognize people. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Evelyn. Yeah. God, I'm so dumb. I literally will not recognize. Also, the guy, the like Prince guy, Bridgerton. I watched all of Bridgerton. And honestly, it's good for me because then I'm not thinking about their other characters.
Like
I
because you have facial blindness.
Yes. Oh my God, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm like just sitting here like this is the first character they've ever freaking played.
You're like, this person was just born.
I'm like, that's Ariana Grande? Yeah.
That's Aquafaba?
Yeah. No, literally. Okay, so then Michelle, I forget what her character's name is.
Yeah, Evelyn.
No, that's
No.
in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Whatever. Her name in Wicked.
It doesn't matter.
Mean teacher lady.
Mama.
Her hair was so cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
But yeah, Joanna was like, I want to be with her. And she's like, honestly, everyone from the cast except for Bick, Bach, Book.
Dude. I will say, in the opening scenes when they're scanning through all the like munchkins, I thought every single one of them was Ethan Slater.
Well, I did see Ethan Slater did an interview and said when he was talking to the director and they were trying to figure out like what do the people of Munchkinland look like, and he was describing them and he's like, so me? They were like,
literally.
Yeah, they were like red hair, like kind of big doughy eyes, like they were just describing him. And you know what I've decided?
Tell me.
I will admit,
You're in love with Ethan Slater.
no, I was harsh about him.
Yeah.
Always privately. I was not talking a lot on a public forum about him. And I don't.
That would be a weird thing to be continuously talking about.
No, just at all.
Okay.
There was a big hate train for him.
Yeah.
And I didn't really jump in. I don't like to do that. And I still don't get it. I don't get the appeal. But I think where I've landed is like, I don't need to get it. And that's a nice thing. Like I hate when people are like, why is so-and-so with this person? It's like, well, you don't actually know either of those people.
Totally.
Maybe they're perfect for each other. Maybe they're both lovely. Maybe whatever.
I think he is like,
He's tough.
well, I was going to go the opposite.
Oh.
I was gonna, Now that you have opened the can of worms of talking about Ethan Slater in a public forum,
Yeah,
you're
I didn't.
crazy.
Shit.
No, I was gonna say that I think he seems really nice from every interview I've seen of him.
Yeah.
I think he's also very, very successful in like theater. And I think Ariana is like a freaking theater goopy nerby derby.
Yeah, we see her as this like pop star.
And she's not.
Who sometimes has been accused of blackfishing.
Tough.
But we see that. We see people she's dated, like Mac Miller.
Yeah.
And like kind of more edgy people.
Yeah.
So to see, but she is a theater kid.
Yeah.
I also think that I didn't grow up as a theater kid, so I don't always get that. Like,
yeah.
Anytime I see Ethan Slater, he is in theater kid mode. Like, even interviews, what I feel like he's always putting on this character.
Yeah.
So, and I think I don't know that person.
Yeah.
So then it like in my brain it can't compute.
See, we talked about this recently. Being in LA, sometimes you have friends that are actors. I feel like, or you meet people that are actors and their friends of friends are kind of always around.
Yeah.
I have a hard time trusting an actor.
I do too. I feel like
the whole time I'm like, you
doing
are
a bit.
acting.
Mm-hmm. Or like comedians, you're just like testing your bit on me.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I am not trustworthy of performers.
Yeah.
That are so in it like that.
Musicians normally I don't always feel sus about a musician.
Some I do.
Yeah.
It depends.
But I will, if I find out that anyone is an actor, I'm generally like,
I'm a little nervous.
I'm a little bit like, oh, you're giving your best self right now.
Yeah.
But I can't tell. So I don't know who the real you is at all.
Yeah.
But you seem like you're not performing, which is even a better performance, and you're even a better actor maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just very mind fucked by being friends with actors.
I agree.
I find them very confusing.
Yeah. I'm like, how do I know what's real and what's not? Which is probably not even true at all. But that's where I go in my head too. I'm like,
And I haven't gotten close enough to one.
Yeah, to be like, no, that's just who you are.
To be able to really see what they're like.
Yeah. Yeah,
on the other side. Anyway, so wait, who are you dating? Did you answer?
Oh, yeah, Michelle, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, you said Joanna was. You didn't say you were gonna.
Yeah, but it plotted that in my head, and I was like, yeah, she is so stunning. And
Yeah.
it was her hair. The whole time I was like, your hair's so cool.
Yeah.
It was just like these perfect waves of gray. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I
get that.
Yeah, I think that's who I'm going for. What about you?
Look, my biggest gripe, and I don't know how Wicked ends, please don't tell me. Please don't just comment, is that it obviously, the movie starts with Ariana singing the Witch is Dead song, and it's like this big celebration. And then they're like, well, are you friends with her? And she's like, yeah, we went to college together. And then it goes back into the story.
Yeah.
So it starts with like everyone celebrating the fact that this person's dead. I am very upset now knowing that like obviously this person was lovely and like so far in the story this person has been nothing but lovely. And Ariana's character, what's her name? Elphaba and
Glinda.
Elphaba and Glinda.
Or Galinda. She starts.
Glinda's character is obviously more complex and not as like clear cut of a good person, but also isn't like blatantly a bad person yet.
Yeah.
Until kind of maybe the end, she kind of makes an interesting choice.
Oh.
The end of the movie.
Oh, I didn't have that
Well,
right.
she just didn't like do the greater good.
I think she was doing, I think that's like what that whole last song's about, where she's saying like, you are killing your power. If you just go leave, you're exiled. Like,
yeah.
And she doesn't have any powers as far as she knows. I don't know if she's eventually going to get them, but where Elphaba can just leave and at least she has this insane power that apparently no one else in Oz does because the wizard's fake. Sorry, spoiler.
Whoa, honey, I just begged for no spoilers and you spoiled.
No, for new spoilers, we know that.
I know, I feel bad though.
Oh, feel bad, honey. If people don't know anything about Wicked like we didn't, that's on us.
That's true.
She's like, my power is that I'm liked, I'm popular, like that is my thing, and I see that as a huge benefit. Like you have to be able to rally people together, where she's even saying like you're killing your cause before you even start it, because you're gonna exile yourself and make you look like the bad guy. Save face, join up with the Wiz for 2 seconds. Like you don't have to like him, you don't have to agree with him, but we can't fight it from the outside. We have to fight from in here. And in my head, whenever they like Like they're even saying like, we can work in tandem. It's like, I'll use my skill of being well liked. You use your skill of actually having powers and like heart of gold, and we can do this together. And I think whenever they leave, it's like, I think Elphaba's like, I get it, but my pride, I cannot sit here and watch this injustice happen to these animals and fake it. I'm not a good faker. That's you. You stay on the inside.
Yeah.
You handle your shit. I'm going to go handle my shit out here. And if I have to look like the villain to help the animal, so be it. Like, I feel like they made an agreement in that moment of like, we got to go our separate ways to make this work.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because they just don't agree with how to handle it. But then it's like, I think Elphaba knows, like, if Glinda comes with me, she's just going to hold me back. What the fuck is she going to do? She can't even fly on this broomstick right now. Like, what?
All that to say, I think I'd date Glinda.
I love you.
Like, I popular, cool vibe is nice, but like, I think deep down.
I wore pink for you today.
Did you?
No.
What if I wore green?
Oh, we missed a mark.
I have so many thoughts. But
wait, why wasn't I allowed? You got to pick Glinda, but I couldn't pick Elphaba?
Because
it was just so
Elphaba's obvious. I would pick Elphaba if I could pick Elphaba.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I get that.
It's not, I don't love that Glinda is popular and cool. I love that Glinda chose to do that dance in that moment. That was enough for me to think.
Chose to do that dance?
The dance.
Oh, whenever yeah.
That to me was enough for me to be like, look, you don't need to do this at all, and you're going to like do a good thing.
It was her, like, she cares so much about her appearance and how people perceive her. And in that moment, she knew siding with Elphaba was like kind of wrecking her reputation.
Totally.
She still did it. That was like the turning point where I'm like, okay, you don't suck.
A
You're
part
pretty
of
cool.
this that is so funny for me is like, clearly everyone's seen Wicked for like 20 years. Like, it's like so old.
It's so new to us.
I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it. Why has no one told me about Wicked?
That's all I can think about.
Like,
I'm like, guys.
Yeah.
Why weren't y'all shouting from the rooftops that Wicked
Like
is
this.
the most...
Wait.
Listen, I'm telling you, you have the ending of that flawless.
Y'all, this morning, I woke Cam
God,
up
she
with
woke
my
up and
battle
chose
cry.
Violence. The battle cry was so loud. I was like, okay, I'm up.
And I tried it a couple times. I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good too. All right, shall we get into some listener gossip?
Yep.
Lay it.
I just opened my phone and it's Michelle Yeoh.
Oh,
Hi, girl.
my new wife.
Two things.
I can't believe I didn't realize that was her.
This is...
Also, what's his name? Michael, the guy who plays the wizard?
what's his freaking name?
Goldberg?
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I said Michael. I literally was like, he looks familiar.
Baby, you don't know anything. I love you.
I was like, why did I know this man?
My baby has small brain, so smooth.
Rude.
Don't know what they say?
Yeah.
Smooth brain.
Yeah.
No divots.
Listen, I just don't remember people. It's not my thing.
It's okay. I asked the tops on Patreon what we should talk about today, if anyone needed us to talk about anything on this ep.
Yeah.
And one of our tops shared that they were starting a new job and what should they do when starting a new job? Like, what's the first couple moves?
Oh my God, fun.
And I just thought we could they're like, Taryn, I know that you have changed your job a lot. So
Yeah.
you've started a lot of new places.
Like, Taryn, you have a ton of advice on that. And Cam, sit and listen.
If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me answer a question like this often. So I'm sorry if this sounds like very repetitive, but like, this is truly the only and best advice I could come up with in this moment is that, one, you have to be really curious, like be overly curious and try to download as much information as possible. I know downloading information is such a like lame, cheap, stupid term, but like you should think of yourself as like a blank slate hard drive that like needs to basically be able to move in this company in a couple weeks. And so the first few weeks should be like drinking from the water hose with information as much as you can, trying to learn everything you can from like meetings, get as many documents as you can that like talk about different processes or like brand history, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So part one is download as much as you can. And part two is like you schmooze the fuck out of the people that work there. Like,
Yeah.
especially the people on your team. But if you have time for the people on the peripheral teams, it's also a good idea. And by schmooze, I don't mean like you don't have to go take them to dinner, but do a 10-minute Zoom call and just be like, hey, you literally just message them or text them or whatever. Hey, just started here. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Would love to say hi and just learn about your role here.
Yeah.
Do you have 10 minutes this week? 30 minutes stresses people out.
Yeah, that's too much.
15 can even be too much for folks. So I love a 10-minute. And if it goes to 15, then it's like, oh, that was such a great call. But really, it was like so short.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, they were amazing. I could talk longer.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, we didn't get to finish. Let's touch base again.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Love that.
And then that's just, you're starting to,
Plant your little seed
plant
everywhere.
your little seed around town, which sounds disgusting, but is actually just, you
showing face.
You showing face and getting comfy and people getting comfy with you. And then when people like you, then they want to work with you more.
Yeah.
And they want to like help you and they want to get you in on the goss so that you understand what's going on in this part of the company or whatever. So that's what I would do.
And I would just walk up to everyone and say, who's fucking who? Who hates who? Just kidding. Don't do that.
Kimmy hasn't had a coworker in many years.
Oh, in so long.
I'm your coworker.
Yeah.
Anything
That's
to
great,
add?
honey. No.
Okay.
That's great.
Let's do our pee-pee story.
Do it, girl.
I just started going to a new queer book club and met the most beautiful girl in the world.
Oh.
What is the best way to ask her out? Is it weird to bring my number on a piece of paper to the next meeting? How does one play it cool?
Oh, I feel like this is very fun because it's a queer book club. So you don't have to worry about like, do they even potentially like me? Like, is there like there's probably not a straight person who trickled into this book club. And if there is, normally from queer groups and queer book clubs specifically that I've been in, everyone makes it a point to be like, this is a token straight. Like, it's kind of funny. So I feel like you have so much room to just like put feelers out.
Room to bloom, baby.
I would, before just going hard with a number, because you don't want to ruin your book club vibe. If this isn't like a mutually whatever decided upon
Felt
thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That I would flirt a little bit first.
Yeah.
I would keep it like, let's go to book club a couple times and let's sit by your crush.
Yeah.
Let's put the feelers out there.
Yep.
And see if they're reciprocated.
Yeah.
And then from there, 1,000,001 ways. Just like a text of like, hey, I caught up on reading already. You want to meet up to discuss? Or like, it could be anything.
Not you breaking book club law and trying to meet up sooner.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Honey, you said you don't want to ruin book club, but then you took a book club.
I mean, you're not going to really discuss it. Whatever.
That's fair.
Or like, I have a theory. I need to run it by somebody before I do it at book club. Like,
okay, fair.
I just think I don't like the idea of just like, I see you, you're cute, here's the number.
Agreed.
And also, like, we're in book club. Do we maybe already have the number? I'm confused. But I think we need to flirt a little bit. I think we need to see and suss out the situation. Give it like one book club to just suss out the feelers.
Also, how big is this book club? Like, I'm like, if it's small, I feel it should be pretty. You guys should obviously, or maybe be in a big group chat. And if not, you should be the one to like, hey, let's get us in a group chat.
Yeah.
Do you follow her on Instagram? You could do that. That's easy. You guys are in a book club. You have an easy way in.
Yeah.
And then I think I would ask whoever is the organizer of this book club what this person's deal is. I feel like people don't do this. And I feel like it's a very simple way to be like,
is so-and-so dating
hey,
anyone?
is Elphaba dating someone?
No, she's busy saving Oz.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just be like, are they with someone? Are they queer? I'm just double checking. Like, you can also ask for a lay of the land on everybody if you don't want to single someone out. You could be like, this is such a cool group of people. How do you know everybody? Like, tell me, blah, 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 blah.
Story.
Just get a little...
Book club rarely is just about the book. Normally you all get to know each other. It's a great way to meet people.
It's literally almost never about the book.
Yeah, so we should be able to like get to know a little more information through book club. And like some people do go to these. Some people go to meet people to date. Mm-hmm. Other people go...
Is that why you go to yours?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Which is why I have not gone in months. What was I saying? Some people go just to meet friends and get a reprieve. That's why I'm saying, like, I'd like to put feelers out there first to see if there's, like, flirty vibes coming back at you.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to like make someone uncomfortable and then they have to leave book club and then they're like, ugh, fuck.
Yeah. What worked for a friend of mine is like there was a book club and this person was like kind of
Literally a book club?
Yeah, I think you know this. There was a book club and there was a person that was like a little bit like ostracized in the book club.
Don't know this.
And all the other people kind of didn't like her as much.
Oh.
And so my friend was trying to like show her that she's accepted, and there was this part of the book club where they did this dance. And
You're so annoying. You're so annoying. You're so annoying. I was so bought into that. I was here like racking my brain which one of our friends was in book club and why was somebody on the outs and like for reasons. It's a freaking wicked plot line.
I love you.
You little turd. I love you.
But anyway, please keep us updated. We love a meet cute, and there's no greater place to meet someone than a thing like a book club.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't overthink it. Have fun.
Yeah.
Get to know them.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling it, you want to grab drinks sometimes. You want to go for a walk sometime. Whatever it is that you like to do that you want to bring them to, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask.
One last thing. I think it would be very easy to get her number and just be like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah from book club. Be honest. Are you having the hardest time getting through this one? Or like something like that that's just a little bit about book club.
Yeah.
Feels a little
But it's opening the combo.
But it's opening the like
like
why'd
that
she
too.
choose me
Yeah.
to chat with?
Yeah.
You know?
Especially if you take it like out of the group chat. If
That's-
there is a group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would maybe like wreck a group chat because that obviously doesn't exist if we were slipping the phone number.
Yeah.
And then kind of be like, but
What are
to
you
go
struggling
against
with?
that, if I'm just trying to think, if I was in a book club and someone wanted to ask me out and I wasn't feeling it, if they text me on the side of the group chat and I wasn't feeling it, I'd kind of be like, what's going on here? Like, why are we talking?
But think about people that have texted you and you're not feeling it. You just let the
Don't text.
conversation fizzle.
Yeah.
It's not like,
That's true.
that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Group chat to individual chat pipeline
Yeah.
to date. Good luck.
Good luck. We love you.
And we love all you little peepees, and we will see you all next week. We will. I do apologize that we're filming so late, so it is now almost pitch black in here.
I think it looks nice. I could be wrong, but I
It's
feel
going
like
to be
it looks cute.
quite poor quality.
Well,
Is
that's
the problem.
poor Clippy's gonna have to
Sorry, Clippy.
stare
Love
at our
you.
grainy ass videos.
Be belated.
What are we gonna do for dinner?
Should we go out?
Should we?
Where?
Or do we order?
We do need to walk the dogs.
I've just been cooking so much. I've been cooking up a storm.
Cooked one dinner.